Hey, what's going on, Pisces? Welcome to the second half of September. This is going to be your read for September 2018, the second half. How's the first half of September? How is you guys' Virgo new moon? Were you able to set your good intentions, Pisces, out into the universe? I hope so. Pisces, I have already been meditating on you. I'm just going to give your cards a quick shuffle here so that we can see what energies are going to be pulling forth into the second half of September. Ooh. Thanks so much for your patience, Pisces. No. Right there. Pisces, what we got coming up? Second half of September 2018. Where are you? So Pisces, see, you are most likely sitting there in your own energy as the Princess of Cups. I feel like for a lot of you Pisces, there may be some things that you are trying to manifest that are very positive. Maybe they bring you great happiness, the things that you want to manifest. I feel like you, for a lot of you, you're coming through the second half of September, or you're coming midway through September, actually, you know, learning about your own abilities. You're learning that, you know, you actually can make things go the way that you need them to go. For a lot of you Pisces, you may even be feeling like, you are very like imaginative. Maybe for some of you, it's like the things that you imagine, they seem to somehow come to pass. Or for some of you, it's just like, you know, maybe somebody said something to you and you thought about it, and then all of a sudden, you know, it came true for them. And so for some of you, I mean, this is just really great positive energy. For some of you, this could just indicate that just, you know, you are just very content in the way things are going for you right now as we move through September. You know, Pisces, you guys did have the last full moon in August, and so, you know, you guys are just riding. I feel like you guys are just riding those energies, Pisces. You guys are good coming through the midway of September. I feel like for some of you right now, there could have been somebody that was in your environment that is like very, you know, for some of them, they could be very headstrong. They could be an Aries, Aquarius, or a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But maybe for some of you, it could be an Aries. You know, they're in your life right now, and, you know, it's like maybe they are kind of helping you see things from a more logical view. If you've been seeing things a little bit more idealistically, maybe from a more heartfelt, maybe they are bringing a little bit more of the logic. This could also be saying that, you know, you are doing a very great job, Pisces, at being very logical and strategic about the way the things that you do have a lot of emotion about, or maybe the people that you have a lot of emotions about in your life. You are learning how to deal with them like on a more strategic level for some of you Pisces. Okay, yeah, with the Three of Pentacles here in reverse, Pisces, I just really feel like you really are trying to make something work for you in your life. This could also tell me that right now there's just somebody else that is in your life that maybe you guys don't necessarily see eye to eye, but it's like you kind of are maybe forced to work together to achieve a particular goal. And maybe you're attacking this from a more idealistic view, or from a more imaginative, you know, from the gut. And then I feel like this person that, you know, you're maybe not seeing completely eye to eye with, they may be coming from the situation from a more logical sense. Okay. And so I feel like I do see you guys maybe working this energy out through September, through the rest of September. But, that's kind of almost like the challenge. Like, it's the challenge is actually figuring out exactly, where logic takes control over emotion, or where emotion is more needed than logic, and actually figuring out how to make things work. Okay, in Pisces, I see here the Prince of Swords. So what this indicates to me, I could feel like for some of you, there is like 3 people here in this card. You have, like a teacher, and then you have, you have like a doer, you have somebody who's like delegating, and then you have like somebody who's like holding, the actual plans, right? And for some of you, I feel like you are the person that doesn't necessarily get your way more in this situation. I feel like for a lot of you, you feel like you, at work, maybe in the workplace, you guys feel like there's multiple people on your team that, they're kind of cliquey, and, but you just have to force with them like as just a part of the team, and you're just, maybe that's why you could be more imaginative about things. Is I just feel like, is because you just kind of feel like, you just have to be the one to just do it, and, why they're the ones that are like, pulling the strings. Excuse me. And as I say that, there's like thunder rolling right now. So Pisces, for some of you, like, you just could be in the workplace experiencing, like cliquish behaviors, and it's not really allowing you to see eye to eye here with your team. Your best path moving forward would be the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So with here, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Pisces, I'm like compelled to tell you to make sure that you don't, get caught up in the fact that things aren't, seeing eye to eye. I feel like with this here, the wheel is going to turn around in your favor. And at that point, there's going to be a time where, your role in this particular setup and how things are working out, I feel like you'll be able to, get the comeuppance of having, the positive karma work back out in your favor, because you're very patient. I see this Princess of Cups being very patient in a way, as she's, paying attention to the way things work. You could be somebody who is like maybe like a novice at a particular job. This may even be a new job where you're coming into, and your role is to maybe just take to more look at things and just pay attention to how things are going, and how things work. And no, you may not agree with exactly the way those things work, but in time, Pisces, you'll be able to, in time, the wheel is going to turn back around. It's going to move from reverse, but it's going to turn back around and be in your favor. And you may even be able to, be, the boss, or, or may have a more active or more, a bigger role in the project. You'll be able to shine a little bit more. Here I do have the Princess of Pentacles. So right now in your present environment, I do feel like right now, Pisces, like I said, this could also indicate somebody in your workplace who, I feel like this person is like, they're very, very charming, but at the same time, they come with a cost. Like dealing with this person comes with a cost. Like they, whether you just, don't feel well about yourself, or they always have some like, they make you feel like they're reliable. Maybe this is something that maybe this is the reason why, maybe this is something that you're seeing that's not working out. Like, you're actually able to pinpoint the real reason as to who is causing the mishap. But I just feel like you're just not at liberty to really, vocalize what that is yet, because, maybe you feel like that your opinion won't be necessarily heard over. Maybe some of you are dealing with, like, the boys club at work, you know what I mean? Where, you just feel like, your views aren't necessarily looked at on the same level as others. And so this could be you just feeling maybe even a little bit, devalued, if that's a word. But maybe not necessarily really seeing your own worth. Because you don't understand that you don't understand why you're not able to, voice your opinions and ideas with the same comfort as everybody else is, without being, looked at and judged. But right here, see this, you have the Princess of, so like, you're really dealing with, like, okay, Pisces. So first of all, there's a lot of people in your environment, and this could be the reason why for some of you, things aren't necessarily working out the way that you maybe even planned to work them out, because I just feel like you are just leaving yourself at liberty to too many possibilities. Like, there's too many people in your life right now that you may be relying on to get certain things done. And I don't know, Pisces, I just really feel like, not saying that you shouldn't have people in your corner and in your life or anything like that, but I just feel like, as far as making things that you have planned work for you, Pisces, I feel like it's okay to work with people, but, sometimes you just have to downsize the people that are in your circle. Maybe, the phrase, like, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Or, like, the phrase, what, three's a company, four's a crowd, or something like that. I just feel like, there could be also right now, I feel like you're afraid of your own negative thinking. I feel like, with the Princess of Pentacles being here, who may not necessarily know her own self-worth or know how valuable she is, that leads into a lot of negative thinking about yourself and negative self-esteem. So, so Pisces, this reading basically is, I feel like, for the second half of September, this is telling me here that maybe in the workplace, or just in projects, or just in things that you have going on in general that have worked for you before. For some of you, it may not necessarily be working as smoothly now. I feel like a lot of you just may be be relying on too many people in your life to, like, you can only be one driver, Pisces. Only one person can drive the car. Okay? Like, I just feel like a lot of you you maybe have too many people around you that are painting on the canvas of your artwork, Pisces. And this is interesting, Pisces, because I just feel like, I feel like right now, like, for a lot of you, even in a lot of y'all's friendships, or maybe even in some of y'all's family relationships, you may even feel like you are, the, quiet, more reserved one. For some of you, you may just be coming or trying to figure out how you can come out of that and be a little bit more opinionated and being more assertive, so that you don't have to be, I feel like you're like, there's people coming at you, all around with different ideas, different strategies. Some maybe not so positive. Maybe some are just, maybe one that you actually look up to, but, you know, there's another here that, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, is maybe, I feel like for some of you in the workplace, there could be two of you that are going for like the same position, like for the same promotion. And I feel like you're afraid that you're not going to get that promotion because of like a particular boys club environment, or you're afraid that you're not worth that promotion because, you know, you haven't quite discovered how you can make yourself, you know, more of a presence in the work environment. And then Pisces, I feel like here coming out, the Ten of Wands in reverse. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, you know, this is telling me here for a lot of you Pisces, you may just feel like, you know, you just want to give up. And I urge you not to, okay? You're worth it. You are worth it. You may not see it right now, but I swear others do see it, okay? And they can see when, you know, when you're vulnerable like that too, Pisces. But you are worth it because, you know, you wouldn't have made it to even be able to recognize, you know, that there is a need for more if you didn't know that you were worth more. So try not to, you know, think of the negative things, you know, like, you know, you have value, Pisces. You are needed. You know, you don't get hung up in, like, you know, the negative things or the way that things are going right now. And if you are, I feel like, you know, you need to be able to turn this back up and combat that, you know, and, you know, move forward with that and say, you know, listen, you know, I don't want to give up. I'm not going to give up, you know. This is the Ten of Wands. This is like at the end. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's carrying a lot of things. He's carrying a lot of weight. He may even, you know, but this is somebody that doesn't want to give up. You know, he chose those. He chose these burdens, you know, or he chose these situations and opportunities and the things that, you know, that he carries on his back every day, or that he, you know, has every day, you know, to deal with. But this person wants to give up, and I don't want you to give up, Pisces, because you're worth it and you're special. And Pisces, I do see here that you know, eventually with this wheel turning back up, if you're able to be patient enough, this wheel is going to turn, okay? And then with the Ten of Wands, that's going to reverse as well, and bam, you know, you'll be ready to lay those burdens down, and you'll be able to move into the next cycle, which will be, you know, coming. We'll have to wait and see what the beginning of October, the first part of October looks like, Pisces. So try not to take this read too negatively, Pisces. Basically, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of you will be able to overcome just by, you know, just being patient with yourself, and just, you know, thinking within yourself and feeling within yourself, you know, just taking into account, you know, the things that you have accomplished, and try not to, you know, try not to devalue yourselves. So can we just get some additional clarification here? I want to clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse, please. This is Three of Pentacles in reverse. So the Empress. Okay, so for a lot of you Pisces, this could indicate here that, like, within the work environment, maybe you are maybe you do have a particular idea that you are bringing to fruition. I feel like for a lot of you, you understand that it needs a certain nurturing in order to actually make it work. But right now, because you're not able to, you know, be that hands-on, or maybe because, you know, your nurture effect or approach on the particular project is not necessarily valued, that's the reason why you probably do feel like a sense of, you know, low self-worth. And this, I mean, I feel like this is predominantly in the workplace for a lot of you Pisces, but I mean, for depending on how this resonates, I mean, this could, you know, play out just within the people in your life, you know, with you trying to tell them the ideas that you have for themselves. Maybe they have different ideas for you and they don't understand, you know, the more gentle approach to life that you are taking, because, you know, they want to come from a more like logical sense. For some of you, this could be in your own like personal relationships, like say with, you know, maybe somebody that you're dealing with. You know, you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra, and you know, this person could be not necessarily seeing. Well, I feel like this person probably could be, for some of you, this person could be like maybe a little bit too green, too, you know, ready to move forward with a particular project, while you're like, you know, maybe just trying to take back and look at a more of the bigger picture here, like more of the, or be more meticulous about it for some of you Pisces. Alright, Pisces, I just want to get some additional advice, information about how we can move forward through the second half of September. Pisces, how can we move past the second? What do we need to know more? It can give us more guidance. Okay, so we got the Black Cat. So with the Black Cat, it's telling me here that your luck will soon change. So this goes hand in hand here with the Wheel, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And like I said, if you're patient enough, that wheel will come back around and your luck will change. And also with that, this is also saying here, you know, for a lot of you, you might even be seeing, you know, a lot of black cats this second half of September. Or you may just be, you may be a lot more in tune spiritually for some of you. You might be more recognizing of when you are in the presence of, or, you know, for some of you spirits, for some of you, you may just even be more aware of like synchronicities. And so I think that's really, really great energy that plays out for you, Pisces. Thanks so much for watching Luminant Libra. All the links will be in the description. You guys have a great rest of your September. Take care.